Beyond the familiar warmth of the inner solar system, past the scattered debris of the asteroid belt, something enormous waits in the darkness. Out there, the small rocky worlds no longer dominate. Out there, the giants rule. And among them stands the largest of them all, Jupiter, a planet so massive that more than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. A world whose gravity bends the architecture of the solar system itself. A swirling titan of gas, storms, radiation, and crushing force. But Jupiter is more than just big. It is a cosmic accident that almost became something else. 4.5 billion years ago, when our solar system was still a cloud of dust and fire, Jupiter began forming first. It gathered hydrogen and helium, the same ingredients that make up the sun. Piece by piece, it devoured everything in its path: gas, ice, rock, debris. It grew at an astonishing rate, becoming a gravitational monster. For a brief moment in cosmic history, Jupiter stood on the edge of transformation. If it had grown just a little larger, about 80 times more massive, nuclear fusion would have ignited in its core, and we would have had two suns in our sky. But Jupiter fell short. It never ignited. It became something in between, not a planet like Earth, and not a star like the sun. A failed star. An unfinished giant. And that failure shaped everything. Even today, Jupiter radiates more heat than it receives from the sun. Deep inside, the planet is still slowly contracting under its own gravity, generating immense internal energy. That trapped heat fuels chaos on a planetary scale. Look at Jupiter's surface, or rather, what we call a surface. There is no solid ground. No land to stand on. What we see are cloud tops, vast bands of ammonia and hydrogen circling the planet at terrifying speeds. Jet streams tear across its atmosphere at over 600 kilometers per hour. And then there's the Great Red Spot, a storm so massive it could swallow Earth whole. It has been raging for at least 300 years, possibly much longer, a hurricane without an ocean, a vortex without end. Winds spiraling endlessly in a blood-colored eye that refuses to close. But the real horror begins if you fall inside. Imagine descending into Jupiter's atmosphere. At first, you pass through pale clouds. It might even look calm. But quickly the sky darkens. Lightning flashes in colossal storms, thousands of times more powerful than anything on Earth. The pressure begins to build. 10 times Earth's pressure, 50 times, 100. The temperature climbs into the thousands of degrees. There's no moment where you land. You simply keep falling, deeper and deeper into a thick ocean of hydrogen gas, until the pressure becomes so extreme that the hydrogen itself transforms. It becomes metallic. Liquid metallic hydrogen, an exotic state of matter where hydrogen behaves like molten metal, conducting electricity. This ocean generates the most powerful magnetic field of any planet in the solar system. Jupiter's magnetosphere is so enormous that if it were visible from Earth, it would appear larger than the moon in our night sky. And it is violent. Jupiter traps charged particles and accelerates them to near-light speeds. The radiation surrounding the planet is so intense that a human spacecraft crew exposed without shielding would die within minutes. Even robotic missions struggle to survive there. Jupiter is beautiful from afar, swirling creams, browns, and reds like a living painting. Up close, it is lethal. And yet, without Jupiter, we might not be here at all. Its immense gravity acts like a shield for the inner solar system. For billions of years, it has captured or redirected countless asteroids and comets that might have struck Earth. In 1994, astronomers watched as Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 slammed into Jupiter, leaving scars larger than our planet. Jupiter took the hit. It has taken many. But gravity is complicated. The same force that protects us can also destabilize objects, flinging them inward toward Earth's orbit. Jupiter is both guardian and gambler, protector and potential threat. It is the gatekeeper of the outer solar system, a failed star that commands respect, a storm world that never rests, a giant that reminds us how small we truly are. When we look at Jupiter, we are not just seeing a planet. We are seeing raw power. We are seeing what almost became a second sun. We are seeing the shadow of what might have been. And in that shadow, our tiny blue world continues to orbit safely, at least for now. Because in the kingdom of giants, survival is never guaranteed.